circumstances are. You must get these documents. 6 weeks of one child for me. Don't worry, I'll make sure.
Serious, this is serious. What's up, people? Check this out here. So I was forced with threats of arrest if I didn't go for this psych evaluation. And I took it. It was kind of weird though, you know, because of the fact that, let me see, I got there at it was supposed to be at 10 o'clock from 10 to hours, right? So I got there at 10, got into the room at about maybe 10:05, 10:10 on the last week. And so, no, this week. And so I think it was on the 12th. So I got there on time, you know, and everything. And the person didn't get there until kind of late, you know. But it was pretty interesting. You know, it really was. And so what happened was I've been talking to this attorney, and he's in a murder trial right now. It's one attorney that's gonna take this, but he's in a murder trial. So anyway, what happened at this thing, this so-called evaluation, which is so ironic, is because what the judge did to me was retaliation and coerce and intimidation against me because I said I'm going pro per and you're all racist, you know. And the criminal system is just like that in Minnesota. And I said it right online, you know. I said straight out, you know, you're racist and everything else, man, you know. And so as I'm going through everything, I got finished by 12:30, almost 12, because it takes you about 5 minutes to get downstairs from the elevator and then out to the car. So let's just say 12:20. I text the attorney. I called the attorney, left him a message at 12:39 p.m. And I told him, I said, I'm done, you know, and he replied back. Yeah, I texted him at it was at exactly 12:39 in the afternoon. And it's kind of weird because at all of the years of my whole life, I've never been doing no shit like that, you know, never had no psych evaluation. So they trying to say because I'm an old man and whatever, I got to have a psych evaluation. The judge violated federal laws, state laws, federal rulings, court rulings, where it states that no judge, no court has the authority to have anyone psych evaluated. That's unconstitutional. Straight up unconstitutional. And it was Judge Adams, where they was trying to remove him off the bench behind all kinds of crazy stuff. And he filed a lawsuit against the federal courts. And so Judge Adams turned around and, you know, 10/12 was the appointment at 10 a.m. And so anyway, Judge Adams filed a federal lawsuit in court, and it was granted. And his appeal was also granted in the appellate court, where it says that no courts can force anyone, no defendant whatsoever, to take a psych evaluation. It's unconstitutional, violates Fifth Amendment, 14th Amendment, et cetera, Sixth Amendment, et cetera, you know, which was very interesting because I'm like, well, how can this dude do this to me? Because I'm telling them he's racist. And they are very racist. They're very, very racist. And so what happened was So I took it. So I got into the room about 10:20. The person didn't get there until maybe about 5 or 10 minutes after me. So let's say 10:30. So it was all over by 12:20. I texted him at exactly 12:39. I texted him, I said, hey, I'm done, you know? And I said, hey, since that meeting was only from 10 to 12:39, I don't understand what the hell happened, you know? And I told her, I said, you know, you look so familiar. I think my ex-wife knows you because I seen pictures of you in her high school stuff, you know, because she's from Minnesota, you know, and I couldn't remember the name of the school, but if she would have told me a name, I would have remembered it. So anyway, that's what I told her, right? And so we really didn't talk about nothing, really. You know, we really didn't talk about anything except how I met her, when we got married. Your marriage is not really over until your last, as it says in the court papers. I mean, as it says in the court records, if you research it in the laws, that it's not over until the final decision. And the final decision was April 26, 2021. So married 18, 19 years to this woman. Never had no problems until November when she started hanging out with this individual, you know. And so what happened was I just couldn't take the abuse and blase, the more her lies and all of this bull. Just got to get out of my life. So during my divorce, I filed a motion to have this one judge removed, and I also filed a lawsuit and everything in federal court. And then I got a letter from the courts, which these courts out here can't even pull it up. You know, that was one thing that I asked because I want to surprise these motherfuckers. But anyway, some of the clerks of the courts wasn't licensed. They wasn't bonded, so they was fired. They was completely fired because they wasn't bonded when they signed all of those documents and stuff. It wasn't bonded at all. And so, make a long story short, I was supposed to go to court on January 3rd. It was a big ass snowstorm in Minnesota, huge snowstorm. Couldn't make it. I got stuck on Highway 19, blase. And Jan is the clerk's name that called me. And now, mind you, every other court was closed down that day. It wasn't doing nothing whatsoever. It wasn't doing nothing whatsoever. And so this court clerk calls me, which she's in a lawsuit because she interfered with everything that I filed. And this came out of her mouth. She told me that the judge has to see everything before I file it. No. You're straight in violation of federal laws. No ifs and no buts. And superior court rulings. You don't do that. Once you hand something to the clerk of the court, it has to be filed right there. You're supposed to get copies. So they tried to charge me for everything, man. And which they couldn't, you know. So anyway, I couldn't go to court. So I said, is he gonna give me another court date? First of all, no judge like going all the way out there where that court house is at. Okay, no judge from another county wants to go to this county and do no court hearing because it's a long ass drive. It's about an hour, 2 hours, 3 hour drive. No judge wants to do that. Even the judge now that came from another county to drive his ass all the way out here, he don't even want to drive all the way out here. That's how bad it is out here. Nobody wants to come out to that country town for no court. All right. So anyway, I got on the internet and I told this doctor, I said, listen, I didn't threaten nobody. I said, I'm gonna come after you. What the law says I got the right to do. What my constitutional right says, you violated my constitutional rights, and I'm coming after you. What the law says I got the right to do. I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna sue the shit out of you. I got that constitutional right to sue you. I got the constitutional right to file my lawsuit against you. I got that right. That's one thing it says in the constitutional right. You got the right to sue the government. Printed in big letters. You have the right to sue the government for any mistreatment they have done to you. You have that right. You have the right to picket. You have that constitutional right, you know? And so anyway, they switch all of the words around in the police report. And what's so ironic is that this idiot, which I'm going after each deputy that put on there how they switched all of the words around, because I'm going to play every fucking video that I got out there, man. Every fucking video. Every video I put out there, I'm playing in court. So anyway, I do this thing, and the funny part about it, the judge knew that he was in violation for doing this to me. He knew this, and he did it anyway. Well, I'm ordering you to take a psych evaluation. Then he looks at the prosecutor, and the prosecutor says, "Yeah, have him do no." The judge goes, "I'm going to have him do a 20-some shit, whatever the hell that is, you know." And then he agrees with he has the prosecutor agree with him, right? But the prosecutor ain't saying nothing. He asks the prosecutor, "You think I should have him do a 20-something?" And the prosecutor goes, "Yeah. The attorney, the public defender that I'm trying to get rid of, which I have a constitutional right under the 6th Amendment to defend myself, represent myself, period. No questions asked, no nothing. I don't give a damn what they say. I got that constitutional right." The attorney, he's just sitting there, you know, ain't saying a fucking word, you know. Then now this is supposed to be a felony case, okay? A felony case. And so as I'm saying all of that, this motherfucker puts out there violation of my freedom of speech, freedom of expression, freedom of the press, which I have that constitutional right. So many courts already ruled it. I got the right to say what I want to say. I got the right to call anybody a motherfucker, a hoe, a cunt, a punk, a dog, a pig, whatever. I got that constitutional right. I don't give a damn no more if I hurt your feelings. I don't give a fuck no more. I really don't. You know, your feelings ain't got a goddamn thing to do with the constitutional rights. And so this son of a bitch, DA, puts out a warrant for my arrest on 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors, right? Which, we go to trial, I win an appeal. I'll automatically win an appeal because they violated every one of my constitutional rights, and they ain't stopping no fucking lawsuits under no circumstances, none whatsoever. And so I'm going after every one of them, and I'm taking their house, their dogs, their cats. I'm taking everything that they got. Everything that I'm going after, their bank accounts. I'm going after everything that they got, man. You know, this guy puts his warrant out. No African Americans are getting killed by police and punk ass sheriffs, getting shot in the back, getting cuffed and beat up and shit. See, law enforcement are punks. All law enforcement are punks. From the bitches to the guys, all law enforcement are punks. Because they got to hit you when you handcuff. They can't hit you man up. None of them could go man up. They could never do that. Because they're not a man. They punks. They all cowards, period. And I tell it to their face, they all cowards. All law enforcement, they got to hit a motherfucker when they cuff, and then they use the excuse, stop resisting while they punching the shit out of you, kicking you and all of this shit. That's what they do. And they do that to show, when they show that to the jury members that you was resisting arrest, and stupid ass jury members that don't even know from their ass to their face, don't know a goddamn thing about law or the constitutional rights, but I'm supposed to get somebody in there, you know, as a jury member, and it says of my peers, I don't drink, I don't mess with drugs, never did, never will. Okay, I'm a Muslim, so I got to be a Muslim. I'm Muslim. I'm not married no more, you know. So I want somebody in there that's been accused of a crime and they got set free. So I want the same thing. That's what I want, you know. So anyway, I do this bullshit, and I I showed my marriage picture. I said, well, that's me and my wife. That's when we first got married, you know. And I got my Muslim dress, shakiti on and everything. I got everything on, right? And I told her, I said, well, I'm Muslim, you know. Did you know that? I'm Muslim. And man, did she stop everything real quick. I couldn't figure it out. And I was telling the attorney, I'm like, you know, I don't know what happened, but she stopped it so fast. I wasn't even there, like I said, for hours, you know. I wasn't there at all, like I said, for hours, which I don't understand why. But now, this is what I'm hitting the judge on. Okay? I'm hitting the judge on intimidation, coercion, and retaliation. All right, that's what I'm filing against the judge. All right, under federal court rule 42 USC 12203, and against the prosecutor, because the prosecutor almost got me killed. Then I find out, you know, I'm looking at my videos and stuff while I was gone, and I don't see not one or two police cars in the hallway. You know, I see a whole lot of police out there, deputies and shit. For what? For me, a disabled guy, you calling all these motherfucking police on a bogus warrant that you signed, that you had no authority to sign, and I'm going after the magistrate or the judge that signed the warrant. You see, we got the right to sue the one that signed the warrant. We got that right. The United States Superior Court already ruled that. You know, when you sign a bogus warrant for somebody's arrest on bogus charges. And so I did all of that, what they wanted, you know, no problem. It's no fucking problem. I'm ready for trial. Got my witness list. I'm going to present to the courts and everything else, the people that's going to be subpoenaed, because they got to come to court. I want them on the witness stand with their hand up, even though it don't mean shit. Because through my divorce, that judge let conspiracy, that judge loved perjury, false evidence, that judge loved that. And you see, the funny thing about it, the Superior Court already ruled in Webster versus the state, no judge can go by what a police report says. It's admissible. It's hearsay. See, that's the good thing about that. It's admissible. It's hearsay. No judge can go by what a police report says whatsoever, you know. And that's what's going on right now. Yeah, that's what's going on right now. But this is kind of funny how this guy wants to try to put me in prison for something that violate my constitutional rights. And I guess he thinks that I'm just supposed to get out and not look for nobody that put me in prison for violating my constitutional rights. No, it don't go like that, man. It don't. You see, nothing goes. I don't know where these people get this shit from. You know, well, I'm going to put him in prison. He's a nigga and everything else. And this right here, what they doing to me is all retaliation. All retaliation. I told that judge, these are racist motherfuckers. Y'all racist motherfuckers. And that's what I said. There are some racist motherfuckers in that courthouse. And not one motherfucking person there in that courthouse, I guarantee you, does not have an oath of their bond. Not one of them. And the court clerks, they no good. So this one deputy, he puts in his report, you could hear Mr. Malillo on the phone with the clerk. No, idiot. I played a recording when they was calling my phone when my phone was dead. They went to my voicemail. That's how dirty that those clerks are out there at that courthouse. They are some dirty conspiricide motherfuckers. They are some dirty conspiricide motherfuckers at that courthouse. You see, they are really fucking dirty. They are really dirty, you know, and that's the bottom line. Oh shit, I gotta go get my medicine. Fuck.